This would lead to an altered state and a vision which would indicate the future path for the nation.
Certainly, in a death state or an altered state, they had access to other worlds. So there was a universal belief in contact with the stars, and that the stars came down and made us in the first place, and that one day we would go back there.
Blood is the life force of humans, and it was very important to extraterrestrials too. There's something very special about our blood, so we have to think that if these blood sacrifices aren't some distortion of what was originally just extraterrestrials showing us how important our blood was.
As our worlds contract, the force gets greater and greater, and as matter and energy are compressed to a point, the density is so great that it has no recourse but to rapidly expand outwards again, creating a Big Bang. Merging the two universes together.
Which is what's causing the earthquakes.
And the eventual collapse of our worlds.
Okay, here is this half circle is a number, the day zero. The day zero is when the Pleiades, the Sun and the Earth are joined together. And that's the 20th of May. Here in the middle we have an eclipse, an annular eclipse, a partial eclipse of the Sun. And this is going to happen exactly the 20th of May, 2012. And then we have the number 16 in here. 16 days later, after the eclipse, is going to be the transit of Venus in front of the Sun. Now we have 4 times 13. 4 times 13 is 52. 52 is the new fire. Every 52 years, the sacred calendar and the solar calendar go to the same day, to the same star. That means that this is related to the new fire, the new eras that they celebrate every 52 years. And also we have here the number 20. And there were 13 months of 20 days in the sulking. All this proves that this is the sulking calendar. And we have these dates, the 20th of May, and we have also the 6th of June. We have 2 weeks. I don't know what it means, but we have to remember. And again, as I said, this is more or less saying it's going to be the return of Quetzalcoatl, of Kukulkan, of the Messiah.
The earth was down here and the sky was up here. That's Rangi and Papa, the two gods, were actually in a close embrace, one tightly on top of the other. And as a result of that embrace, they had children, and the children pushed their parents apart, and that's why the sky is up there and the earth is down here. One of those gods was called Tain, the god of war, and mankind is known as the children of Tain. And they say that one day when mankind is distracted and doesn't remember the old myths and the gods anymore, that the two gods will take the opportunity to crash back together again, and the earth and the sky will crash back together, and they call that the curtain will fall, which sounds like it's the end of the play and it's all over. But one of the young Maoris then got to interview the old Maoris, and it turned out that 2 of the words in this curtain will fall phrase have actually mutated over the years, and originally the word for curtain should have been veil, and the word for fall should have been dissolve. So they're saying the veil will dissolve, and that word veil is the same word that they use for the veil between life and death. So it's indicating crossing of our normal perceptual boundaries beyond the third dimension into that realm beyond death. There's a spiritual messenger called Will Equator. He says that the Peruvian calendar will end in 2013 when a huge magnetic asteroid comes into the solar system and causes mass death and purification. Now the interesting thing about 2012 is actually that we have a bit of synchronicity, or perhaps it's just a coincidence. It's the end of a calendar, and it's also known to be a galactic alignment and a high peak of sunspot activity. So the Hopi people who live in Arizona, they say that we are in the fourth world and that we're currently approaching the transition to a fifth world. Now the Hopi, it's thought that they were descended from the Anasazi people, who in turn descended from the Aztecs, and the Hopi system of a series of worlds is similar to that which the Aztecs believed in, except the Aztecs said we were in the fifth, what they call the sun rather than the world, the fifth sun approaching the sixth sun, and to the Hopis we're in the fourth world approaching the fifth world. But they saw them as past eras that ended in destruction, but that there's an evolutionary progression at each time a new world is created.
Twyla Nitch, a Seneca elder of the Wolf clan, inherited the teachings of her grandfather, who died in 1925. She says her grandfather foresaw a 25-year period of purification leading up to the year 2012, when the earth will purge itself. This corresponds to Hopi prophecy that the earth will go through a great purification at the start of the fifth world. Speaking Wind, a Pueblo Native American from northern New Mexico, adds that there will be a 12-year purification leading up to the year 2012. That date is recorded in his tribe's star calendars.
Fredo Mutwa is a Sanazi, a Zulu Sanazi, which is a shaman, and he says that a long time ago a huge planet came into the area of our solar system and that it caused destruction and tidal waves. It's known as Mushoshonona, and he also said that it's due to return in the year of the Red Bull, and that the year of the Red Bull is 2012.
For our favorite.
Pull down your pants and wipe your butt along the ground like an old dog.
Celebrate brand new South Park. Fridays at 10, exclusive to Comedy Central.
Look what I put my hair.
And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt.
So on December 21st, 2012, in the region where the sun is aligning with the heart of the Milky Way, known as the galactic center, we will encounter a feature known as the Dark Rift. This is known to be interstellar dust. In the Mayan creation mythology, this is called the Xibalba Bay, the road to the underworld.
Now this is where a lot of pieces begin to fall into place. First of all, the 9 gods are set to return, and for one thing, for this to work, for them to return, we need to have a hero. The hero will pierce through our dimension and this underworld, and what will happen is that he will create the gateway, a stargate, a doorway, something whereby the two worlds connect. And the hero is all about sacrifice. He will sacrifice himself. He will go on to this voyage. And through this voyage, the gods will be able to return. So what we're looking for, what is needed, is a new hero.
On DVD and video, this holiday season, the guy next door gets a shot at being the man upstairs.
Journey to the sacred site of a lost civilization to uncover the truth about the Maya prophecy. Did the Maya predict past and future events with pinpoint precision? Is hidden within their ancient texts the exact date of our demise? Time is running out. The countdown begins now.
Prepared only from Estée Lauder.